Hey guys, so I'm getting ready to install the new radio, which I'll show you in just a minute, but what I'm doing to prep for it, I'm going ahead and removing the dash. So a couple of things. First off, there's this panel here. Basically, you just pop it down and then pull off the LED, just snaps right off. Just pull that off of there, put this out of the way. This panel here, which includes the start stop button, basically just pops right out. Just take you a panel tool and just very gently go up here, just pry, and then over here pry. It'll pop right out. Really easy actually. And I've got the hazard button out for right now, but you've got three connectors: the on-off switch, and then a connector here, and then the hazard light connector, which goes in right here. So those three right here, you can see those come out. And then to remove this panel, you've got it looks like a T20. You got three here and then two down here, and then that'll come out. And then your screen, you got a screw here and a screw right over here. Again, it looks like probably a T20. So I'll be able to pull this out. And then once that's done, the only thing I have to do with this display that I got, and I'll show you this, is you do have to pull out the unit back here. You just have to slide it out. We've got an inline connector, but this unit's going to stay. The only thing that's going to be removed hardware-wise is this screen for the new replacement screen, which is an Android unit. So very easy to do. We'll keep going here, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, guys, it's literally only about 2 minutes later. Like I said, got the T20s, 5 of them for the middle panel here, and then you've got two connectors on the back. You just push down and then rock this over. The connector will actually pop out for you. And then for the screen, again, quite literally just two screws, and then what you do is you basically just lean this inward and it'll just slide right out. And this model, this particular one, only has one connector on the back. It's a 4-pin plus a 2-pin. It does have one little connector on it on the side. You just push in right there, and then this will slide right out. So that's all there is to it. So this new screen that I'm getting, what it'll do is, like I said, it's going to have an inline connector on the back of this. So I'll remove these 4 here. This unit will slide out. I'll be able to access the connectors. And then for the wiring that'll run up to this, I'll be able just to basically come through this channel here and get up. And the unit that I'm getting actually is a larger screen, so it actually mounts out front. So there's gonna be plenty of space in the back for the wiring. I'm not really concerned about that. I do have to pop off this panel because the upgraded screen is an Android unit, has its own antennas, and I believe they can mount right underneath here. But we'll take a look at that as we go forward. Really looking forward to seeing the performance of this. It's a unit. I'll put the link below. We'll do a full review of it once we get it powered on and set up. All right, guys, another couple of minutes later, and we've got the main head unit pulled out, and I'm gonna have to double check, but I think the only connector I have to worry about is this one here. Mine does have the fiber optic cables, which is right here, and normally it goes in right here. On the new wiring harness, you have to take this out, and it just pops out. There's a single little clip right here. You just basically just push this over to the side, and then this will just slide right out. Very easy to do. But that's got to come out from here, and then this will actually get moved into the new connector, and then the new connector will plug into this, and then the other pigtail will plug back into the head unit here. So that's the only thing that's not replicated on the wiring harness here, but that's the key thing that you do have to remember to move over, is that fiber optic cable. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else. Everything else here, I think mainly these are antenna cables and microphone cables and stuff like that. So I'm not really going to mess with those unless the other one needs to be adjusted. But that's it for right now. I'm basically in a holding pattern until my box comes in, and it should be here quite literally any minute. All right, guys, the box just arrived. This is the old screen. this is the new. You can see quite the difference. So very, very interesting. This, of course, was recessed in the dash. This one actually will sit out forward of the dash. And just to kind of show you, turn this around. So it does have, of course, extra connections on it. And I'll show you the box this came in. It was very well packaged. This actually shipped all the way from Hong Kong. This is the company where I got it from, Hi-Fi Max. And it looks like the instructions are very detailed. And everything connection-wise looks really, really good. I'll have to see how everything plugs in. It's certainly much more detailed than what's in the car today, but this is the existing connector is going to go here, and then this will go into the current head unit. And this is where I was saying the fiber optic cable from the current plug has to plug in here. And then it does have a couple of antennas. Now I'm not planning on putting a SIM card in it, but it does actually have a 4G antenna, and then it has its own GPS antenna that it uses. I'm not sure why it doesn't connect to the vehicle's GPS, but it does come with that antenna. And then I also got the wireless CarPlay module as well. So this will have wireless CarPlay. I think it also works with Android Auto. But anyway, there we go. That's what we get. It does come with tools as well. I've got a whole bunch of these, but always good to have some extras because they do get banged up. But that's what we're looking at. So look forward to getting this installed, and you can kind of see the instructions. Goes through some of the setup here, how it gets used in the vehicle, and yeah, there again you can see there's talking about the fiber optic connection needing to be moved over. So just to kind of show you directions. And I do have, as I mentioned in a previous video, I do have an aftermarket backup camera. This does actually support a forward camera as well. I don't have one on this vehicle, but that may be something I want to add in the future. I'm not going to need this connection because my car does have a built-in nav speaker that's under the front cover. So I'll end up doing this connection here instead of using the built-in speaker or the speaker that came with it. And I think that's it. So let me kind of get in the car, get the lay of the land on the connections, and go through the guide and everything. But I'm really, really looking forward to this. And again, there's the company. This looks really, really cool. All right, guys, I'm in the middle of getting the wiring put in, and what I've done so far is I've got the connection in line is done, and you can see this is the factory connection going in here. This connection is going to go into the back of the head unit. I've gone ahead and moved over the fiber optic line, and I'm fishing the rest of the harness. This portion of the harness goes to the screen up here. So I'm fishing that up, and what I'm going to do is this is basically just an end of the line here, and I don't see anything that says that this connection needs to go anywhere, but basically there is this box here, and it says on here filter and fuse box. I think that's the noise filter, and I wanted to put it up in this space here because this space back here is probably going to be a bit tight, especially with this harness in here. So in order to get this to go through here, because what I did was I went back and then doubled back up through right here, and then I'm going to go back up through the center here. This is the vent, so you got to leave this free. But I'm going to go back through here, and I'll just stash this up in here. This will go to the screen. These lines will go to my camera. There's the front camera in right there, but I've got that line is right over through here. I just got to fish it up into here. I'll get that connected, and then I should be able to hopefully get this moved back into place down here. And I'll have to check. It did make note of possibly needing, it looks like it maybe depends on the car, but possibly needing to use this audio out with the aux port. And that aux port in this car is right over here. So if I have to, what I'd have to do is, it does come with a cable. I'd have to go from here to over here and just fish it into here, which is not that hard. That's pretty easy to do. So I'll have to just check there. I did, you'll see that I've got these screws removed. I just removed those. I wasn't sure if I could pull this out and not have to pull this box off. But you could pop this box off, and there is a connector similar to this one. There's a connector in here, and that was no big deal. So anyway, that's where we are right now. We're getting close to being done, actually. It's very straightforward installation from a wiring perspective. So we'll just continue going. Oh, and you can see that's the 4G antenna up there, and I mounted this is the GPS antenna. There's nothing solid up here. This is just the leather or the plastic of the dash. So I'm going to put the GPS antenna right here. It's already stuck on there, and I'll get these zip tied out of the way. But anyway, we're making progress. All right, guys, I've got the device set up. I just have this sitting in here right now because I'm just testing everything out. But it is running, so I guess does look like the iDrive controller is working. And this is supposed to be, it is a touchscreen as well. So, okay. Google Maps. So let's see. Okay, not sure what's going on there. Okay, well, it is getting information because I can see it does look correct there, and that's interesting. Okay, well, obviously I got some setup to do, but it does look like it's working. Okay. Well, I'm gonna actually, I just see the time updated. So anyway, yeah, let me play around with this a little bit, and I'll come back.